Fragile X syndrome. We're going to do a false positive, false negative problem here. So approximately 1 in 4,000 males are born with Fragile X syndrome. Prenatal genetic testing can detect Fragile X syndrome in the womb with an accuracy rate as high as 97%. So suppose 40,000 expecting mothers opt to have their unborn sons tested for Fragile X syndrome. What percent of males are born with Fragile X? Well, they said 1 in 4,000. So 1 in 4,000, we change that to a decimal. And if we then change it to a percent, that means we multiply by 100%. So 0.025%. Now let's fill out the table. Okay, so when we're filling out the table, we always start with the total column. We know that 1 in 4,000 have it. So how many out of 40,000 will have it? So that's one way you can think about this, of how do you figure out the top, right? Cross, multiply, divide. And 10 will be born with Fragile X. So if we have 40,000 total and 10 are going to have it, that means 39,990 will not have it. Okay, so now let's think this through. I have 10 boys who have this syndrome, and if we test for it, it tests at a 97% accuracy rate. So if you have it, you would expect to test positive. So that's where we take our 97% multiplied by the 10 people that we have, and that's 9.7. So if 10 have it and 9.7 test positive, then 0.3 will test negative. Okay, so let's go to those that don't have it. If you don't have it, we expect you to test negative. So 97% of 39,990 are going to test negative. That's 38,790.3. And so if I take my total of 39,990, subtract the 38,790.3, that gives me the 1,199.7 who will test positive. Now we just add them together to get our totals, and I end up with 1,209.4 and 38,790.6. Make sure you add these together and that they get 40,000, because if they don't, you made a mistake. And now we can use this to answer a question. If someone tests positive, what is probably the child actually does not have Fragile X? Okay, if positive, that means we're only looking at this. So here's my denominator, and they said they don't have it. So there's my fraction right there. 1199.7 over the 1209.4, because we're talking about the not havers over all of the test positivers. Okay, so we take this and we turn it into a decimal, or you could make it a percent. 99.2% chance that if you test positive, your kid's not going to have it. Well, I don't even understand the point, right? This is called a false positive.